Okay, let's record this in the video journal today. Wow. What's the big thing? What's the big takeaway? The big takeaway is today is a red day. Okay, unlike yesterday where we had free reign to take that long and did quite well. Today has not gotten over the top of previous day. It's maintained a nice upper end of the candle, which is why I'm looking for bounces. But that's my attitude. You got to be careful. Quick profits. Tomorrow's FOMC announcement. Anything can happen. This thing could sell off. I was started a trade, a $250 risk, a $250 risk, where I was trying to calculate the bottom of previous day. If it takes out the entire candle, I definitely don't want to stay in the trade. So it never got low enough for me to do that. So I just taken quick scalps on this thing. No more than $25 risk, $50 risk. That's it. And we had a couple of trades that worked out. Now, I took a trade down here because it hit 50% Fibonacci and got out right here. So that was a good trade. Then it just started looking bullish on these pintails. I waited for it to come down into the crossed over moving averages. These moving averages have crossed to the bull side now, and it came down once on a pintail, came down twice on a pintail, and started going back up. Got long right in that area. Right there. With my risk, I think my risk was down here at first. Yeah, maybe so. Then I moved my risk to here, and then it kept going up. And I think once it tested, it tested this trend line coming down, and I put my risk right. What happened here? I didn't make very much because it came back down is what happened. I was thinking I could have gotten 2-to-1 on it. Now I want to talk about that because in a day that is red, in a day that is bearish, on the 15-minute chart where you have a crossover heading down, it's okay to go long, but to try to hold it for a long time is tougher because it's fighting forces that are pushing it down. Yes, it loves to V-shape and keep going, and it can explode to the top side. That can't happen. Absolutely. So, I'm torn between the idea of just trying to hold it for that kind of move, and that's why I didn't take 2-to-1. But the other side of the story, or other school of thought, is that, hey, take the 2-to-1. That's nice. That's a good thing. And then, sure enough, it could have come back down. And anyway, we got out for a little profit on that trade because I was holding it, and it came back down. And I got in another trade because now on the 5,000 tick chart, I'm seeing a consolidation above a trend line break. So I'm going to try to keep my stop somewhere down here and get a 1-to-1 on this and see if, because technically if it comes down to my stop right here, which is a $48 risk or something like that, if it comes down that far, it's a $52 risk, it's going to have to break the consolidation and all these pintails that were created right here, and all the moving averages that had gone up, and it come pierce all the way down through all of that trend line and all, and stop me out. And if it does, I don't want to be long unless I had a different risk parameter. But on this, it's $50. So let's see what happens. That's some thinking we're doing today. I'm curious to record the results of this. I mean, this thing could definitely come down. Sometimes I want to just get out of the trade because of the 15-minute chart looking so bearish right here. Nice bounce off the 200, though. It can get squeezed in this little area for a while. I probably shouldn't be in a trade, but what tempted me was the consolidation area trend line break. You really can't ignore that necessarily. I prefer it in a bullish green day. If today was a green day instead of a red day, I would prefer it. But because it did bounce off of the 200 moving average, and on the 60-minute we had a 50% Fibonacci level that it bounced off of, which is why I got in the first trade, which worked, thank God. So we'll see what happens. I'll put the end result of the trade in the video, and then the profits for the day, and we'll see what happens. Well, I have to say, this is exciting. No, this is terrible. It stopped me out. It stopped me out right on the tick and then went all the way up. Now that is classic. And this is the kind of thing that is beautiful and must happen. to everybody. And there's no avoiding it. And it's time for me to shut the, I'm going to shut this thing down. I am up, let's see here. I'm up $2 after commissions. I should have just kept my $55 and been happy. All right. This is the only account that I have that's got a little bit of red left. It's supposed to be 50,000 starting, and all the other ones we've made back any losses. The simulator doesn't count. We've made back any losses and green hundreds of dollars even, and I'm grateful for that. And I've noticed that you can still feel like a winner even if you lose. And that's quite a shift in psychology and self-awareness or identity in trading, and how I view myself and what I believe. Confidence, it can remain strong. I don't like that it stopped me out right here and then right on the tick, right under these pintails, which what a classic area for it to algorithmically do that, though, before going up, right? So you can't help that. It doesn't always do that. That doesn't mean this was a bad trade at all. In fact, I am glad I took the trade. Why did I take the trade? Because I liked what I saw right here, and it looked great. It just came down and stopped out that area right there, and before it goes up, and there's nothing anyone can do about that. It feels like it only happened to me, or it only happens to me, and I'm the only one who ever experiences this. And that can make you really try to take away confidence. But from talking to people and traders over the course of time, everyone that I've talked to says that has happened to them. I mean, everyone. I've heard many people say it, and I believe it. So it's not just a me thing, and I don't have to get that worried about that kind of thing to where it's shifting my psychology, my emotions, and my confidence in being a successful trader. All right, hope that makes sense. Can't wait to watch this video and go back over this in my mind. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.